Hey everyone, welcome to a little late night rando action. We've got Friday representing the sexy Ganons on the left and Chimo representing frozen leftovers on the right. I am Fear Agent, out of breath, and joining me today is Mooglesharm.
Hey, what's up, Fear?
Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff is up. But now we get some great rando actions. We're playing spoiler co-op Key Sanity. Tell me about this mode, because you, Mister, are the master of it.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but so this is the spoiler week. So essentially, what's going to happen is in the race time room, as soon as the timer counts down to 0, the pilots will be getting a copy of the spoiler log, which they will frantically open, and they will start telling the runner where to go. Within the spoiler log, they'll have access to all of the items, and in this mode, it's Key Sanity, so all of the keys as well, which makes it a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, so when you start the seed, you're going to see runners just do kind of like a normal route. Some like to hula-hand, some like to go for the bomb pool, some like to just go check out Lost Woods or Uncle. It gives the pilots time to figure out the route, plan out where they need to go and what to get. Moogle and I won't be looking at the spoiler right now, so we are going to be in the dark as you all are. Make it a little bit more fun for us.
Yeah, definitely. And to your point, as soon as the timer hits 0, like I said, they start and they opened a compass in Link's house. So, giving their pilot a little bit of time to figure some things out.
As far as pilots go, we've got Days Cloud piloting Chimo and Fant piloting Friday.
Yeah, so a little bit of divergence here from the start. Friday going with the Uncle start, giving himself the opportunity to check tier 1 and tier 2 tree poles, while Chimo just taking the south route into CAC, farming a couple bombs on the way.
And yeah, I'm actually kind of a fan of just opening stuff up right away, like as Chimo heads into Kakariko, and just kind of letting the pilot figure out what's important. So, as the master pilot who won the pilot tournament with Gamachu, what's the strat here? What are you looking for when you open up that spoiler log?
So, when the spoiler log opens, the first thing that you see is the crystal pendant layout, and then right below that is the stuff that's in the Hyrule Castle area. So, I actually like to have the runner start at Sanctuary and just go straight to the Lost Woods. Primarily because of density in Kakariko. You have access to quite a bit of chests, access to the Lost Woods, you get the Sanctuary chest, and if there's something in Hyrule Castle, you can easily tell them to just save and quit and go.
Yeah.
And you still have access to the tree pools over there, and the only time you get unlucky is if there's a bomb or something behind a bomb wall where it kind of sucks. You have to double back, but it is what it is.
Sure. We see Freddy hightailing it to Eastern Palace, so I'm guessing there's gonna be like boots or something important here. A sword.
Yeah, in this mode, you frequently will have to double dip Eastern. So yeah, it's probably like a Moon Pearl boots or a flute, something like that.
Look how empty Kakariko was.
Yeah, just that
bombs from farming, and he got the glove, and I'm not sure where he got that lamp, but
yeah, so if there's a flute here, it kind of suck for Chemo because you have to double back. But the other thing that's great about Eastern is that it gives your pilot a lot of time. You see, they're at the 3-minute mark. Like the pilots basically had 3 minutes to start going through the log, which is quite a bit of time to start off with.
Yeah, gotta love those early boots. Sword and boots. That's like the ultimate combo to start the seed with, right? Like,
definitely.
You can dash now through stuff. And as a runner, you're just focusing on going as fast as you can.
Yep.
We're not done though, because he's still in Eastern. So there's a third item, and it looks like it's the vanilla big key chest. So you see Sexy Ganons with the 12 next to their name. That means they've got 12 points. That's 4 wins, I believe. Frozen Leftovers with 3 points. That's 1 win. As we head into the back half of the season, both these teams, this match is important. These matches are super important because, there's only a couple weeks left after this week, and if you want to make a push for the playoffs, it starts here. So Sexy Ganon's in a good spot. Frozen Leftovers trying to make a push into the playoffs. So
yeah, this is looks like the first match between these two for this week. So if somehow Frozen Leftovers is able to get 2-0, they'll be right back in the thick of things.
Yeah, for sure. So pretty stacked Eastern. Boot, Sword, and Moon Pearl. We see that it is a crystal, so they will have to come back later to finish it off, but no need now. You see the maps, or the crystals and pendants already filled in. That's thanks to our wonderful tracker, Tofile, who's on a tracker for us today. Make sure you show your love for our trackers, because it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and combined with that bow, a ton of stuff in the eastern area.
Yeah.
Begs the question though, what's their Dark World access? So that Freddy will get that glove out of CAC. But are we looking for another glove or a hammer? What do you think?
I'm thinking I'm just going to take a stab at this and say it's going to be the mitts. What do you think?
I don't know. I have a feeling something's on the mountain. I don't know why. There's that lamp.
Okay, so yeah.
I didn't catch the lamp earlier.
Yeah, I saw they got it. I just didn't see where it was. So Chimo left after this. He got the well and maybe something else. Okay, back
at tavern. Could be a heart, maybe a safety of some sort.
No, we got ourselves a key to pod. That's our, believe that might have been the second key.
Yeah, pod keys are always interesting in this mode. Pod's a pendant here. But as the pilot, you're always like, just pick up the pod key if it's there, because you don't know if you're going to need it.
I see another key on the library there. There's another pod key.
And Chimo going to South Shore. We haven't seen this yet.
I don't think Chimo did race game either, did he?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing this.
He had a bomb, so I know he could have done it. Maybe it's a heart container. Nope, it's a compass. All right, so I think Chimo has the book because he's heading over to desert. Nope, maybe not. He's heading to a Ganons cave.
Book, I thought that was in Sanctuary, if I remember.
Yeah. Okay. There's the tracker is updating. Does have the book. Okay. He might still be heading into the desert. Maybe this is our Dark World progression here, though. There it is.
There's the hammer. All right, so we have access to a ton of stuff now.
Pendant pod's looking a little spicy right here,
huh? Definitely. Although right side of the screen's only got 1 pod key to 3 on the left.
Yeah, it's true. With 3 pod keys, though, you can pretty much get everything. You can't obviously clear it yet without the big key, but you can get basically everything else.
Yeah, especially with that bow. If for whatever reason they had to go into Harlow's Highway or the Bicky chest or something, they can easily do that.
Mm-hmm. But Freddy's starting over at Sync, so that doesn't tell me. That tells me he's not going to pod, at least not right away.
Chimo going into the castle. I believe Freddy had saved and quit out of the uncle area.
That was like how he started with the uncle area. So
yeah,
nice rupee pool there. I think that's probably tier 3. He is heading up to the mountain.
Yeah, you wonder if that's for pod money.
Yeah, it's something to be always aware of. Watch there be nothing in pod. Oh, Samaria. So Freddy will have to come back for that at some point. Though with Samaria is one of those items where it's like you definitely need it for Turtle Rock and Meyer, but not always right away.
Yeah, it doesn't really do much for you just yet.
Oh no, Dead Rocked. Dead
Now
Rocked.
3 hearts too.
Man. Okay, so Chibo didn't have the book. He just picked it up now.
Oh, okay then.
All right. Oh man, taking the death right after rescuing the old man. Probably the best place to take a death right there, I guess.
Yeah. So
Not sure
going
what
to Hype
killed him,
Cave.
though. A lot of divergence early. I love this kind of stuff.
I totally agree. Especially in this mode, I would say it's more rare than not.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like Freddy's heading up to Hera, or maybe over to Paradox. Chimo's getting a castle tower key from the gangster there. There's some cash in a heart container. 2 heart containers. That's pretty. I'm not gonna in this mode. That's a pretty hype cave. Pretty hype
good.
cave.
Especially if you need that castle tower key. Which, if that's the case, that'll be a little bit of good news for Freddy. You'll be able to combo in whatever's in Aga with the cane.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Freddy's skipping out on Hera for now. No hook shot, no big key. He might have gone in, actually. I can't. It's so hard to keep track of what's going on. We see K45 from Chimo with a key to Turtle Rock. All right, that's going to be important. Need at least 3, maybe 4. The flippers, which is interesting because both Swamp and Ice Palace are pendants here.
Yeah, that tells me that's a swamp play, right? Because they both have the capability to get whatever's on Zora Ledge.
That was quite the trip. So where is he going? Like, this might be Zora Ledge, right?
Based on what he's doing, yes. Maybe just didn't feel comfortable with using the bow and bomb strat. Yeah,
I mean, not everyone is familiar or is comfortable with
right.
Fake Viplin doing the Ancilla.
Ooh, Kate.
Oh, is this? There's something in Castle Tower.
Yeah, it sure seems like it.
The flippers for the cape. I guess maybe bumper ledge is that could be why that's needed. Man, this is another thing that I love is you see the runners beeline for plays that you don't fully understand. Right.
Right.
Like going all over the mountain for flippers to get the cape seems a little like out of the way, but we don't have the full picture here.
Right. So. Yeah. No, this definitely feels like a bumper cave play.
Chimo using some of that money he got out of pod for that Skullwood small.
Chimo not realizing he doesn't have mitts yet.
Not have mitts yet.
And Freddy doubling back. Where is he headed?
Is he going to get more? I think he's going to get more money. Oh, I think he's trying to get money for what? I'm not sure.
Back to the mountain. He doesn't have flu, right?
It's not to miss
something up here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Chimo in the Village of Outcasts, making a beeline straight. Okay, never mind. I was going to say to Thieves Town, but going to the brewery instead.
Is this Spike Cave?
Oh, wow.
There's Powder.
I gotta say, I did not see this coming. Can he make it on 4 hearts?
I don't know.
I thought you need like at least 5, if not 6. Maybe with boots, it's different.
I don't know.
This is gonna be close. Does he have it? Oh, wow.
The mitts.
Wow, that was perfect. Nice job by Freddie there getting those mitts. That is not easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, everything now, I mean, we just see the picture now. Like, getting the flippers to get the cape makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Because early mitts is huge. That's huge. And Spike Cave in spoiler mode is not easy to do.
Not on 4 hearts. That's, very, very difficult. As you can see, he was down to his last heart there. Now, it's going to make routing easier. Like, obviously here, he gets to go into the dark portal, without having to go all the way around. It's really only going to come into play, though, if there's something behind, like Ice Palace, or like maybe the Smith Chain, because while you're here in the village, like that's the time where you want to try and chain some of those things in.
Yeah. Okay, so Chimo was just in Skullwoods. I did not see what he got out of there. Freddie was looking to go into Skullwoods, but it's like they used all their resources to figure out how to get those early bits.
Yeah.
And they're like kind of on the fly here.
Yeah.
I know they've been doing a lot of practice, though.
So in Skullwoods, they picked up the hook shot and the ether. I pulled up the spoiler just so I could see what we have missed.
Okay.
Because with this such divergence, it's a little hard to keep track. Actually,
these routes are crazy different.
Yeah. So this might be the Zora Ledge play from Chimo.
He's got to get it the first time because he's only got 3 arrows.
Yeah.
Man,
unless he goes to buy arrows from the ferry.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. He's doing it.
He is doing it. There is the Eastern Palace Big from the Dig game. I believe Chimo got that a little bit earlier. All right. Feeling better now about that because those 3 arrows, it's like, don't mess up. Because if you do, that's such a time sink. And here we go. Those mitts coming into play as he's either turning in the Smith or going to go get that purple chest.
Oh, and doing it with Kane.
Don't see
that's
that
another setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you have the bow, but pulls it off nicely.
Oh, is he going to... I probably would have just gone into Waterfall Ferry and come back out and
with the boots.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Thieves Town Big. So those mitts are pretty important.
Definitely, and like you see, like Fred has been able to chain that in with some of his village stuff. So the efficiency is nice having those mitts.
Is he too far to the left?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, nicely done. So he is saving himself a mountain trip. He's not having to go get those flippers. At least right now. We don't know if swamp or ice come into play. Well, ice doesn't really matter for flippers, but
yeah.
Chimo hasn't even rescued Old Man yet, right?
No, Chimo hasn't been to the mountain yet. Maybe he has. Yeah, it's not on his save and quit menu, so.
So I think it was like, what? Save and quit to the mountain. And he's like, okay, wait, I haven't done the mountain.
Yeah, the nice thing is, so he's a little short on magic. Maybe he'll do the tree pull and get a large magic, but has an extra heart, so we'll have a little bit of an extra safety there. Doing Spike Cave.
Oh man, this is scary. Because I mean, Freddy got it, but that was super close.
Yeah. And Freddy in Thieves Town, just after getting that big key. And what I like about this play, if there's nothing in here, what it does is it gives the pilot a ton of time to, at this point, like almost 20 minutes in, like really start to map out a good chunk of the seed.
Mm-hmm. With Hookshot in hand, Chimo actually could do Hera as well. He's also got the Hera big. So.
Yeah, Freddy did dip Hera early on. Looks like it was just for the heart container, though. There's a heart container in the cage.
Oh, okay. That'd be helpful for Chimo here. He's got to be careful down to one heart.
Yeah, and he's probably going to grab that heart and then take a death warp, because otherwise he's going to have to get lucky with a fairy in those bushes. Oh, and Freddy getting lucky, picking up that rock there, but the Zygzag going up instead of down.
There's our flute. I mean, so far, I would say the sexy Ganons have had a bit of a sexier route than the frozen leftovers.
I tend to agree with you on that one. Even though they had to go to the mountain to get those flippers, being able to pull off getting those mitts has been super helpful.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a ton of race to go, so there's a lot of room to make up here, but
yeah.
Chimo taking that death there, getting that refill. I think we'll probably just see him Hera pot up to finish this off.
Yeah, while you're here, it makes sense, especially that you have the hammer.
Yeah. Freddy using cape strats on blind, rewarded with the first shield and the first crystal of the game.
You got to wonder if Fant told Freddy that he was going to get a shield there.
I wonder.
I always love hiding that from the runner.
All right, so Hera big, looking like it's not important because Chimo's skipping pretty much everything. I am a little surprised he didn't grab the heart container. Oh, getting bumped back from Moldorm there, from the basement though.
Yeah, especially knowing that you have to do Spike Cave right after this.
Yeah. Convenient spot for the flute here.
Yeah.
$20 from Moldorm, and that's crystal number 1 for Chimo and the frozen leftovers.
Tying up the crystal count here. And Freddy going
purple chest. Full value Smith chain
like
today.
Yeah.
What's nice about killing Moldorm there as well is he did get that magic refill, so
yeah.
Cannot bonk. Do not bonk, dude. Do not.
I don't know.
This is close, dude. This is close. I don't know if he has it.
Oh, he was right there.
It was that extra dash before that he didn't do right at the top.
Yeah, so the difference there, Freddy had he put his cape on at the very beginning and ran most of the way.
Yeah.
Whereas those hook shots cost him a couple of hearts, Chimo. So yeah, that's rough. But goes to show you like how hard what Freddy did was.
Yeah. I mean, he should have grabbed that. Again, we're speculating because we have all the information here and there's no pressure on us, but there was that heart container.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we got a sword from the purple chest.
This seat is rough, man.
Yeah, it
This
really
chain
is.
required flute in the back of Thieves Town after the Mitts and Spike Cave
Spike
with
Cave.
another sword on Purple Chest. Jeez.
When you see a progressive glove in Spike Cave as you're going through those, as you open up the, oh, there's the Quake. That's convenient. On the Bombos tablet, and you see Spike Cave, and you see that it's required as a pilot. What are your thoughts? Like, do you start panicking?
Kind
Like,
of.
give up?
Yeah. It's how do I get enough hearts/safeties for my runner to do this? And you saw like the sexy Ganons doing that, somewhat elaborate chain just to get a cape, just to get a full magic refill, so they could get those mitts.
Oh no! Did you see that?
No.
That was the Swamp Small.
Oh, in Mire Shed? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So if they need to go in there, then Flipper's required regardless.
Yeah.
While they're here, going to finish off Desert Palace, Chimo going with the same strat.
I think as long as he doesn't do the dash again. Ugh, did it. He's not going to have it.
Oh, wow. Huh. Heart is racing.
I can't. That was. I didn't think he had it. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh man, that's stressful, dude. That is stressful.
So going back to the mountain, I can't remember if Freddy had gone into Dark Death Mountain.
I don't think he did. Well, he hasn't gone back up to the mountain since he got those flippers. So. Freddy having a bit of a rough fight here with these land mollas.
Yeah, you got to wonder if there's something here, given that maybe he could have come back here with a bit higher equipment. Like Desert is a 5/6 crystal, so
yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun if Pyramid Fairy was also required on this seed?
Right, considering the other one is Turtle Rock. All right, down goes Landmo. There it is, another sword.
There we go.
Convenient. Like, dude,
so that makes sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really liking the way Sexy Ganons have routed this so far.
Yeah, same here. They've really minimized the double dips, tried to take advantage of that efficiency wherever they could. Chimo dipping into Hookshot Cave here. With the Turtle Rock Big Key. And Dazed Cloud, the pilot for Chimo here, Frozen Leftovers, in chat. So for those of you who don't know, because this race is live, there's no 10-minute delays like some of the other races that we have.
Yeah.
The pilots are allowed to watch kind of what's going on. Dazed asking us to try and slow down the Sexy Ganons there. I don't think we have the power to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned how I've enjoyed, or I think that the Sexy Ganons have done a really good job with the route. That's not to take away anything that Dazed and what Chimo have done.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this mode is just it's such a stressful, first 15 to 20 minutes trying to figure everything out, that the more you can lean on those efficiencies of not double dipping or getting everything in a particular area that you can, the better it is over the long run.
All right, so Freddy going to get a couple heart containers here in Hype Cave. Chimo gonna get. I can't remember what was at the Smiths. Was it the Thieves Town Big?
I think so. And Freddy skipped the Castle Tower key, I think. So maybe that's not required.
Yeah, that might be just be muscle memory. That happens a
Yeah.
lot when you have these big check areas.
Yeah, especially when I think it was on the NPC.
Yeah.
So that's just like something you do after you bomb the wall anyway.
Totally. So here we go into Pendant Swamp Palace. Green Pendant Swamp Palace. Moogle, are they clearing it or are they just coming here for one item?
So what do they need? A couple of rods. They need a few big keys. I'm thinking they're going to go to the back for sure.
So we need the Meyer big key. We need the Turtle Rock big key.
The GT big key.
And the GT big key. Yep. And then both rods. And we have the medallions locations. We know where Samaria is. Yeah. Free Meyer small key. I don't think we turn that down.
Yeah, those are great actually. When they're on the way, it makes routing those dungeons so much easier.
Bombed it, left, then came back. Like, nope, that is the one I want. It's half magic. Definitely going to take that.
You don't say no to that.
All right. I imagine we're going to see one of the rods here. That's my guess. I'm going to say it's the fire rod.
Yeah, that feels right. Just given the amount of things that they have left to do still.
Yeah.
To make this kind of play, it's likely locking progression of some sort. And for whatever reason, I really want something to be in Turtle Rock, so they have to go to do Pyramid Fairy. So let's see it.
I mean, that's definitely on the table. There, any of the keys could be behind Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious about that pendant pod because they've got a bunch of keys for it, but it feels like when you get those early, easy. Oh, there it is. The ice rod.
Ice rod. So that doesn't unlock anything yet.
Yeah.
They're
going left side swamp is required. All right. I mean, left side swamp isn't bad. I feel like there's checks like if you know you have to do them, that means they're not really that bad, right? Like it's not like in a regular mode where you have to guess whether you're doing left side swamp or not.
Yeah, that's true. The problem with left side swamp is the fact that it takes so long to do these checks. So when you're in a regular mode and you know you have to devote, like 2 minutes to 2 checks, especially when it's like later in a seed, you don't know if you should do them, right?
Mm-hmm. I like what he did there because normally you can do a diver down and go get the other key, but that's if you're going to the Mac. This time he just used the key, flooded it, and boned on out.
Yep.
Don't have to worry about getting those other keys because Nez doesn't have to clear the back. All right, so there's going to be a flute activation from Chimo, and we got a pod big for pendant pod. All right, so I was just talking about how it seemed interesting that we have a lot of pod keys. Well, you got to go to Pendant Ice Palace to get pendant pod to get what?
Pendant swamp. But
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they'll be going to Pendant Ice Palace too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The way this seed is laying out.
Yeah, that was a Freudian slip there.
Looks like he's going to the castle to get that cane now.
Yeah.
So who knows? Like maybe Ice Palace is on the table next.
Yeah. All right, so Chima going to get his Master Sword and Medallion here in a second. All right. So where's this last rod gonna be? Pod big?
Why not Helmosaur? Let's
I
just
mean,
put it on Helmosaur. That's what
yeah, I mean,
Sahabot would do,
yeah,
right?
totally. All right, so this looks like it's going to be the pod play, and of course they can combo this with Eastern and finish that off too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of back and forth. I mean, Freddy's only got 2 crystals done, and it might seem like he's in the lead, but Chimo's not far behind, and also has 2 crystals finished. So
Yeah, at this point, Chimo has to get the swamp small here to do swamp, but otherwise I think he'd be caught up. Obviously that's a lot of stuff to do, but still within a margin of error for sure.
and that's the thing, is it's pretty low percentage still. What, green mail, 7 hearts? I'd say it's pretty comfortable, but it's not free.
Definitely not. Yeah. I mean, having the sword really helps, but without a blue goo at this point or anything like that, like you do kind of wonder. The powder will help a ton in GT especially.
Chimo going into Meyer?
Sure looks like it.
Well, there's a problem. Okay, so wait a second.
We just got the Meyer Big Key on the left-hand side, didn't we?
Yeah. Also, Freddy didn't open the big chest, so that does mean it's Helma? It's Helma.
Sure looks like it, yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe we don't need the big key. No, he's going. So what could be in Meyer? Because going into Meyer actually isn't that huge of a time loss compared to some of the other dungeons. It's pretty fast to get through.
Yeah, it's not so bad, especially when you know where you're going as well. Like a full clear of Meyer without the boss is what, 3 minutes?
Yeah,
well, I guess the
fast.
cutscene takes a little while, but it's a pretty fast dungeon, like you said. But knowing where the big key to Meyer is, you do wonder why you didn't go to pod first.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably better to double Meyer than it would be to double pod, but coming in just for a Turtle Rock key seems. I don't. Again, I don't have the spoiler log, so I can't tell you what they're thinking, but feels like that's avoidable. Like that might have been an unnecessary dip into Meyer, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, so what's on Helma? Swamp Big. Come on, Swamp Big. $50. Moogle.
Oh wait, pot is a crystal.
Oh, okay.
We thought it was a pendant this whole time. The joke's on us, huh?
Yeah.
Pendant think. Yeah. Tofile had looks like had marked it the other way. So it's all good, Tofile. You're still the star of the show here.
Yeah.
At least on the back end.
I just blame us. It is our fault.
Yeah,
we mistook it for a pendant. It was marked a crystal the whole time. Chimo, go get the half magic.
So Chimo's at the point where, obviously knows he's behind, is just going to start skipping stuff left and right wherever he can. Whereas Freddy's going to probably even go out of his way a little bit to get extra safeties.
Yeah.
As long as they're not unreasonable.
Yeah, so looks like Freddy just needs the fire rod, the GT big key, which may be in GT for all we know. And it looks like maybe one Turtle Rock small key. I'm not sure if he got 3 or is still looking for that third one. Because the only reason you need fire rod in this seed is for Turtle Rock. This, again, as far as we know, Ice Palace pendant confirmed. Skullwoods green pendant confirmed.
Yeah, I think we saw Chimo get a TR key in Meyer, so it looks like the route here is, Freddy will probably be going into Meyer to get the TR key.
Yeah,
obviously the fire rod's got to be somewhere handy first.
It's got to be somewhere. It's here somewhere. We can confirm that the fire rod is somewhere in the seed. Yeah, it might be gross, but it is somewhere. We see Chimo doing the diver down again. These small time sinks are things that you can't do. You don't need that key, dude. Part of it's muscle memory, 100%. I think that's one of the hardest things about this mode as a runner is getting out of the muscle memory of, oh, this is what I do when I do left side swamp.
Yeah, it makes total sense. Especially when you're a runner, you're because you have a pilot telling you where to go. The way that you run it is on autopilot. You're just taking directions, but everything else you're doing as you normally would.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Sexy Gannon is going to be able to single dip Meyer here. Chima does have that big key for pod, so we'll be able to get that. Is falling behind on the dungeon count here. Nice Meyer 2 from Freddy.
We're going to the mountain.
We're going to get a fire rod and Turtle Rock situation here.
It sure seems like it, given the fact that Chimo's already been up here. I don't know what else there is to do on the mountain.
He also does have the Moon Pearl. We can confirm that.
That is true.
It felt like Chimo had more hearts a lot earlier, and now he's pretty far behind in the heart count.
He's been on 5 since that Hype Cave play early on. And just getting bad luck, right? Like he bonks the rock to get the fairy and then immediately gets bopped by 2 dead rocks to get right back to 3 hearts.
I'm not okay, so Fire Rod is in Turtle Rock, which it seems like it is because that's where Chima's heading. Not sure I understand coming to it, do it now.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I can think of is, and it's possible maybe they think that Skullwoods is a crystal.
Yeah,
or Ice Palace, but yeah, otherwise, if the fire rod is here and you can single dip Turtle Rock, Hera, and go straight into GT, like what Sexy Ganons look like they're gonna do. Obviously that.
Yeah, it's also possible that the GT big key's in Ice Palace.
Right. Yeah, could be.
So it is like a required extra mountain trip, possibly.
Yeah.
That's another crystal finished for the sexy Ganons.
And going to the village area. So what's left for them to get? Looks like the TR Big Key, which I thought was in Hookshot Cave.
What did he forget?
GT
there's the
Big
Ganons
Key.
Tower Big Key.
Yeah, you don't want to go up there without that.
Now I really don't understand why Chibo's in Turtle Rock right now. Because that's everything, right?
I think, yeah, they can clear Hera. They can clear Turtle Rock once they go to the mountain. Freddy is going into Mini Moldorm Cave. I don't remember what was here. Maybe it's a safety of some sort.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Freddy's in go mode.
Mm-hmm. Blue mail.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, he's got a decent sized lead too. That playing it a little safe is probably the smart way to go.
Yeah, so it looks like Frozen Leftovers was prioritizing that fire rod. This was the type of seed where I guess you didn't really need to do that. But again, like this mode is so stressful. It's really hard to parse through those kinds of logic like chains.
Totally. This mode is tough, dude. It is really tough. All right, so Chimo not having done land mollusk in desert doesn't have that tempered, so that's to do hammer Trinex. Whack away with the hammer.
Yeah, I believe Chimo does have the Desert Big Key though.
Okay. Yeah, the fire rod is here, but I'm not fully understanding why they came up here to get it.
So Freddy going into Hookshot Cave, gonna get his TR Big Key and officially be in go mode.
Yep. Well, not officially. He still needs to get that fire rod out of Turtle Rock.
That is true. I forgot about that.
Come on, man. All right.
Fire rod in Turtle Rock. He'll be in go mode in like 20 seconds.
Yeah. All right, so Chimo on the way to pod. There's something in the back of pod. I don't remember what it is.
Pod.
Oh, the Meyer Big. It was the Meyer Big.
Yeah, it was in the basement. Chimo only has 2 keys though. I guess we'll find out if he has 3 in just a second. But with 2, he'd have to circle the right side a couple times.
Yeah, only 2 keys.
Unless there's a key in pod.
There might have been. I can't remember.
I mean, there usually is. There must be a key in pod if they're
Yeah.
here with just 2.
Well, I actually don't remember there being a key in pod.
I know Freddy came in here with 3. So it's possible just the route that he took,
Yeah.
he didn't need to get the other one.
So there's the Meyer Big for Chimo. And Mears. This tells me there's another pod small here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's on the right side. I was gonna say, is it Southwest basement? Because I don't remember Freddy going down there.
It's almost funny. He should have just gone to the right side first, anyways, and then use this key because you got to go here anyways, and then use this key to get to come like kind of like circle through and not even open that front door.
Yeah. I mean, again, we keep talking about this mode. Like, that just gets back to this mode too.
Yeah.
Like, knowing that you're gonna go mode, well, not even go mode, but you have to get to the back of pod to get an item and go back to the front. There's a key somewhere on the right side. Yeah. It's like, how do I actually route this thing?
Yep.
So sometimes that's not easy to do on the fly.
No, this mode is super hard. It is super hard.
Yeah, and Fant.
This is why we'll never see it again.
Just making it look easy.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Oh, it's just why we'll never see it ever played again.
You don't say that, Fear. Are you gonna say that after I beat Gamachu tomorrow? Is that what?
I mean, if you beat Gamachu, we might just bring it back.
I am scared to death of that.
The good part of, what was your team name in the
Magliacci?
No. Your team name in the spoiler co-op keys tournament.
Oh, Dodgers Gone Wild.
Yeah, Dodgers. We know that the true MVP of Dodgers Gone Wild was you. You could have replaced Gamma with anybody, and you probably would have won.
I'll take that.
All right, so that's crystal number 6 for Freddy and Chimo. Fighting Helma now.
Yeah, just a quick hair pot up, and we'll be in GT before you know it.
Okay, yeah, this is good. It's all on you, Moogle. If you want to see this mode back for season 5, you just have to beat Gamachu tomorrow. That's it.
No pressure. Yeah.
No
As if
pressure.
Spoiler Pilot didn't have enough pressure. Now I have the entire week 4 of season 5 riding on my shoulders.
Yeah. All right, so there's a hair pot for Freddy. Just has to kill Moldorm here, and we'll be right in the front of Ganon's tower, ready to take that down.
Yeah, and my runner for tomorrow, Orange, in chat, afraid he's probably going to have to do a 3-heart cold stare or something.
Yeah. All right. Blink and you miss it. Tower of Harris finished for Freddy. So looks like they're going to need to grab a key from the basement there real quick and then make their way up. So I asked this on the League channel earlier, but what mode would you like to see if we added another co-op mode? Let's say in place of this silly mode.
In place of this mode? Oh, nothing. But if I had to choose, I know it's a good question. The one thing that I really like about this mode, before I answer the question, I feel like this mode is like the most emblematic of teamwork.
Yeah.
even though like the runner's an autopilot, when I'm the pilot, like I try to make it conversational so we can figure it out together.
Yeah.
Like that's what I really like about this mode so much. And it gives you that more than some of the other modes. I know like in all dungeons though, like you're talking about routing options with your partner and stuff like that, which is cool, but you're still doing stuff solo. And this really provides the opportunity to do it together.
Yeah.
And in that vein, I think like if there was a multi-world that we could do, that would be awesome. I know it's not the best thing like to get coordinated. I think a bingo would be a cool option.
Yeah.
But those would probably be the two that I'd pick from.
I think it'd be interesting to see how co-op Rentress does in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I mean, I would have said co-op cross keys, but we like basically have that. I can foresee a bunch of game 5s come in this playoff, so it'll be really cool to see.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how those play out. So Chimo just having to finish off Mire and Desert. Sounds like a lot, because it kind of is at this point. Freddy in Ganon's tower, ready to start the gauntlet.
Yep. And Chimo doing the right thing here, doing Lamo first to get that tempered sword.
So you have the spoiler log, right?
I do.
Just tell me, are the runners going to get? Is Freddy going to have silvers?
The answer is no. Let me see where the other bow is.
Chat.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, bow? Chat. Yeah, Tofile is correct. Freddy said no. It's in Tower Room.
Yeah, I don't think that's takes too long to get.
Well, not just that, but he'd have to burn a key.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh no, never mind. You'd burn the key to go past it.
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure you're a good router at this?
No, I'm not. This is why I have correspondence with my runner, because they tell me when I'm an idiot.
All right, down goes Landmo for Chimo getting his tempered sword. Just has to run through Mire and Freddy onto Torches 1.
Yeah, I still can't get over that awesome play by Freddy early on.
Yeah.
Doing Spike Cave on 4 hearts.
Yeah. I to be fair, I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think he'd be able to get through there.
Well, I didn't either. I think when he went in there, I said I thought you need at least 5, if not 6.
Uh-huh. I mean, he got it by like just frames.
Yeah, it just shows how good of a runner he is. This Invitational is no joke, man.
You're telling me. It's too hard for me. Oh, Moldorm looking to be a bully. But Freddy says no. Nice Moldorm 2 chests with the 3 bombs there. On to Aga 2. This is quite the seed. Like, I want to say I've seen, like, as far as sequences go, I feel like it was kind, but the fact that you had to do Spike Cave to get the mitts, and what was on the cape on Zora Ledge, and left side swamp, a pendant left side swamp to get the pod big.
Yeah. Like, I think
all the
while the seed itself wasn't awful, the fact that sequence had to come into place so early.
Yeah.
So like as a pilot, you're looking at like, what's my Dark World access, right?
Mhm.
And you see that there's a glove and a hammer and a moon pearl early, and you're like, okay, so we can do this pipe cave, we can do, all these different things. And you're like, all right, where's my other glove? And then you see it in Spike Cave, you're like, immediately, like as a pilot, you're like, wait, what am I supposed to do now? Like, how do I actually get that item?
Mhm.
And like it probably took them a good couple minutes to figure out, all right, I need to do this crazy chain. Like, hey, go get the flippers while I figure this out.
Yeah. Chimo does have to be careful here, down to 2 hearts. Nicely done pulling out the bow. Looks like we got a 1-1 from Freddy using cape strats and the half magic. It's no silver arrows, just gonna have to spin to win here. So here we go, 12 spins. Has half magic, should be able to get some triples here. Might want to conserve his magic. I don't think he doesn't have any bottles, so playing it safe with the lamp. At this point, you know where you're at. You know where your opponent is at. No, you just have to play it. Playing it safe is probably the best way to go. Crystal number 7 for Chimo. It looks like we're going to get a little overrule glitch from Chimo here. Make his way into Ganons Tower. As Freddy takes down the pig. Get your GGs in chat for Freddy, Fant, and the Sexy Ganons as they get the W and move on to 15 points in their division.
GG's.
And I don't have the race time room open, but I imagine Chimo just put in his forfeit after that overworld glitch there.
Yeah, Chimo did forfeit actually before Freddy finished.
Okay.
Just before. Freddy with an official race time, that GG time of 1 hour and 56 seconds.
Get your GGs in chat for Chimo and Days Clown. We'll see if we can talk to these guys and get their thoughts on their seeds. You know what's also fun about these seeds, unlike next week, which is Crosskeys week, they're fast. Like that was so fast, Moogle.
It's a little bit past my bedtime. There's no way I would have signed up for this if it was going to be a regular race. So
Sure.
I am happy this one was a fast one.
It's actually pretty impressive to get through this seed again, as crazy as it was, in just over an hour. And we are joined by the winning team, Freddy and Fant. GG's, guys.
GG's.
Well, I'm just going to say that, like, the way you guys routed that was very, very impressive. One of the best routes I've seen this week in routing this seed. Tell us your thoughts about specifically that Spike Cave play.
It didn't feel as good, but Fan just like, oh yeah, there's a cape, and we really want to get these mitts as soon as possible. I'm like, well, 4 hearts cape, I think technically you can do that, so let's go for it. So ended up, I think, like I didn't feel good at the time because it felt like I could have just stolen the cape using fake flippers. I just wasn't comfortable enough with that because I haven't done it in a while, so I decided to just grab the flippers, and with them actually being required for Swamp anyway, I think that was fine in the long run. Anyway.
We could have saved a little bit of time, but I think it was worth going up there, just getting them just for safety reasons to not do it. Because we definitely needed that cape, because Berna, we were not getting Berna anytime soon.
Where
I was looking
was
for like bottles for fairies we can catch where Bugnet was, and there just was nothing reasonable nearby or money. So I was like, okay, we need to do low heart cape strats here.
Yeah, Moogle and I weren't even sure if you were going to be able to get through there with your heart situation, but that was impressive.
I wasn't either. Yeah, in hindsight, should have gotten those 2 hearts out of Hype Cave, but I don't think I knew about them at that point. Maybe I forget. But yeah, it all kind of worked out. Fant was able to find everything well, and I'm glad it worked out that way.
Yeah, you guys routed it really well. I mean, as a pilot fan, when you see those gloves in Spike Cave, are you panicking a little bit, or do you just buckle in and figure this out?
It was stressful at the start of the seed because the way we do these, like we look for boots, which we found the boots eventually. That caused us to go to Eastern immediately. Seeing the boots
ahead to Kakariko, he's like, "Oh, boots are in map chest of Eastern." I'm like, "I'm going there immediately." Turn over.
Yeah. So we went over there. Generally, even if you have to like double dip Eastern, it's well worth it to go get the boots ahead of time because early game it saves on bomb usage for a lot of places, and in this case it was a forced double dip anyway with what we had over there. So that was really nice. Well, not really forced double dip, but it allowed us to avoid farming for bombs to go to the back of Saha set for the bow. So like, okay, this is perfect. We could just get it, save a bomb, and then there's bombs in there, so we don't have to farm anywhere. It just kind of worked out well for us there.
I think getting that 80 rupees out of the 3 also ended up being a big boon in the long run because of those. Because he mentioned the digging game earlier, like, oh yeah, digging game, I'll need money for that. And I'm like, okay. And then he mentioned the tier 2 people, like, okay, I'm gonna grab that on the way up the mountain then. I wasn't sure exactly because we knew where I forgot about the cape for a bit, or the cane, and we talked about getting the hook shot and other thing out of Scold's first, but I felt like it would be slower to do that, so I put it off. I kept putting it off because then I found out
I did.
I'm like, okay, well,
I did a look and at hookshot required stuff. We found we're not going to need it for a while, and we quickly realized that we only needed to climb Death Mountain once, or technically twice. Once for flippers, and we kind of did a safety one to go up there again for the mitts, and then we could just do Turtle Rock and Herrick because nothing useful was in them until the end. I mean, it had Fire Rod and stuff, but we only needed that for Turtle Rock. So
I should have collected my Swamp Small after activating Flute. That was the other thing that I think was a whoopsie doodle. I didn't realize I was going. I didn't realize I was going south. I was planning on just mirroring, purple chest after, and then he's like, "Oh, Gate 45 has a Turtle Rock Small."
Yeah, so
I guess I'll grab that then.
I try to stay just a hair ahead of the runner when stuff is unknown. So we're getting the purple chest. I'm like, all right, I'm looking through the whole purple chest route. It's like, okay, we needed this, and it's like, okay, don't flute. We need to go to K45, get that Turtle Rock Small, and then dungeon time. After I communicate which dungeon chests to open and which ones to skip, that gives me time to plan ahead. Go hunt down the big keys. What's actually needed? Do we need any secondary keys for pendant dungeons? And just try and eliminate as many possibilities as we can.
We're also joined by Days Cloud and Chimo. GG's, guys.
GG's, guys.
You guys blazed through that seed.
Yeah. I was worried you guys were actually ahead for a while, and Fant told me what was going on. I'm like, huh, okay, well, I guess it's fine. I'll go get this email, I guess.
What tripped you guys up out of curiosity? Because I was only started looking at the reach stream 30 minutes in after we were in go mode, and
well, our big time loss was me dying in Spike Cave. My first cape or whatever. I don't know if whatever.
I managed to do it just barely with 4 hearts cape.
Wow, it
was very tight.
That's the worst in spoiler, but apparently I need to work on that. I kind of got bailed out by a big magic drop in mini Moldorm or Paradox, so I just went back, but it was that was a big time loss. And then I don't know, it just felt like we didn't quite get the route perfect.
No,
I went straight to CAC, which we normally do, but then boots were just straight there in Eastern, which we should have went and got probably, but we didn't see them right away.
Yeah, what ended up happening, we got kind of lucky, is Fant was just like, oh, Uncle has mirror, go grab that real quick. And then by the time I had gotten that, I was about to head to CAC myself, and he's like, oh, boots are in the map chest of Eastern. I'm like, nope, going straight there.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
I was
the
already
one-
in CAC, so we kind of cleaned up there, and I went and got them. I don't know how much that costs. And then there's just some little stuff like, I don't know, the save and quit to the wrong spot, or we're like, oh, we gotta go get this. Oh wait, we can't go get this.
Yeah, that can be tough.
Yeah.
That's the hard part about spoiler is the mistakes can be very costly.
Yeah.
And they can just kind of add up.
Yeah.
This I don't know. We practiced a bunch and they went pretty well, but this seed felt worse. Like it felt like there was stuff all over the place. I don't know.
There was stuff all
Yeah.
over the place except the mountain.
Yeah. It's an Ice Palace. We didn't have to do Ice Palace, so that's nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
tried my best to like. I was like, okay, like once I realized that you guys were running over for the boots because I kind of had a small screen up in the corner of Reddit, and I saw it was like, why is he going to Eastern? Oh God! right about then, I was just like, okay, that's a bit of a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not too bad. Boots weren't like that much faster, but especially if you go there right away after. But it definitely can be sometimes, especially since the library had a pod key.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we
mean
also
that was
had to
easy
get the
enough
moon
to come
pearl
back
out of
for.
Eastern as well.
Yeah,
afterward, so.
I mean, we went through it with lamp and stuff, so I mean, I guess maybe a little bit better, but I mean, it just, man, the first couple of minutes there, like when the spoiler, it was actually kind of weird because I'm not usually on my usual setup. I'm like on my like work laptop, and it was really kind of weird. So when I popped open the spoiler log the first time, it popped open gigantic on my screen. It covered like 3 things, so I'm like trying to resize this stupid thing. So I'm not even looking for the first 10 seconds. I'm like, God, smaller. And then like so Chimo's just running in and just doing stuff in that and there, and I finally get it going. But I don't know, man. It's just you guys are great at this. That's the easy answer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm used to. It's kind of interesting being on the. Well, I've done solo spoiler before, and quite a bit of pilot spoiler, but I'm almost always the pilot for the spoiler. So being on this side of the pilot spoiler is kind of weird.
Yeah, I had decided to give Freddie a break and pilot for him. So I spent the last week going through figuring out how to do this. I had like a whole bunch of notes and kind of like an order of operations to go take care of things. It helped a lot.
Practice paid off, I think, because you did a great job.
Yeah,
even though I was backseat piloting a little bit because I can't help myself.
Well, the runner is always communicating back and forth because like you know what you're doing. I think I know what you're doing, so like just constant back and forth of do I need this? Do I need this? You could like redirect.
What am I getting in this place?
It's like I do that all the time when you piloted me. It's just like, okay, I need this. So.
Yeah, what's the compass chest? Oh, that's a Skullwood Smoky. That's not what I thought it was supposed to be.
You're like, the compass chest.
GT, where's that? Oh, it's in Thieves' Town Map chest. That was the one chest we didn't talk about.
Yeah, I don't think you guys did a bad job at all. I just think that in this race, Fant saw the Matrix. Like he saw the Matrix and was just, I mean, like the route was great, and it just kind of,
I mean,
sometimes that happens.
I'm kind of wondering if I just like played this over and over again, if I can beat Freddy's time.
Let's just go through it. Yeah.
I think the one thing that you guys did was prioritize Turtle Rock, which seemed a little odd at the time, where Freddy had, like the way that they had routed it in was to save Meyer basically for last to get those TR keys to then just finish Turtle Rock because you didn't need the Fire Rod for anything. But outside of that, I think you guys did everything in the similar order.
Right.
Like you guys had
as soon as I saw Fire Rod and Turtle Rock, I investigated Fire Rod spots to see if we needed it. It's like, oh, thank God, no, we can save it for last.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, lamp was nice for not having to worry about fire stuff.
I did not put the 2 and 2 together there. I was just like, oh, Fire Rod, we're gonna need that to kill Moth. No, you don't.
Moth is pendant.
yeah, you don't need to do that today.
I was thinking that for half of the scene, and then at some point I'm like, I still don't know what the pendants are. What's the pendants? Oh yeah, Skulls is a pendant. Oh cool, you don't even need to double throughout the mountain with Turtle Rock then. Well,
yeah.
For other things, but yeah. Yeah.
It could have been a little bit more optimal as well. Like one thing we both realized after the fact is that we should have gone to Agina first to get the hammer before ever touching Kakariko. because we would have Dark World access immediately. Just go and get Hookshot and Ether.
Yeah, I could have gone straight to Hookshot then. That would have been totally worth it, I think.
So that was a little optimization we missed.
Yeah, there's a lot of small things you could do better, but I like you guys were saying. I think it was overall it worked out pretty well. So yeah.
So this was game 1 for you guys, right?
Yep.
Our other match is tomorrow afternoon. I believe it is me piloting Yagamoth and Shimo piloting Mystic, right?
All right.
Yeah. And Dazed is our best pilot, so we'll see how that goes.
That's kind of you to say, bud, but I think that's also like pretty faint praise right there.
Well, I'm not opposed to sharing strats, because although this is a competitive environment, I think it's cool. Everybody gets better overall, because I think that's what the league kind of pushes us to. So I'll give you my spoiler pilot tip of the day. The first three things you do is you check Uncle if you need to go there, and then you immediately Control F for Boots and Control F for Ocarina. And if they're in a convenient spot, you go there.
I think the bigger notepad might just mess with you for that start. That would definitely throw me off. Like, I'm used to my setup where I immediately get into it and have it in the right spot. And yeah, that would throw me off 100%.
It was weird because it's like I had opened up like a practice one before that, and it wasn't giant. And then I opened up the race one. It was just like, hi, I'm 3 times the size now. But I don't know. Computers are weird, man.
They are.
But yeah, GG Steve. Both. Let's get to the good. Let's get to the good week.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm asking
you
guys.
guys. Fun mode next week. Let's go.
Next week we've got Cross Keys. How's everyone feeling about their chances this year? I know we're just hitting the halfway mark now, and
I mean, I think with this one we've already matched our total from last year in wins, and we're only halfway through the season. So I would call this season already a win, no matter how we end up.
Awesome.
Personally.
I think we're just trying to scrape like a few wins out of the regular season, probably. If we can.
Oski's coming up. You guys got this.
My team hates this mode, but I like this mode. Spoiler.
It's a fun mode.
I remember in the Cross Keys tourney, we had a pretty exciting matchup between Freddy and Days Cloud. That was super close.
That's true. We did a really close race.
That was a good one. I've got some guy named P-Train this next week. Anybody ever hear of him?
I heard he's all right.
Yeah.
He's okay? Okay, I guess I'm racing that guy.
I think I'm racing Relkin next week, so that'll also be a good one. I think we met up during the main tournament and we also had a close race. Or during the Cross-Keys tournament, so... Or maybe it was a different tournament. I forget.
All right, Moogle, you got anything else?
No, just thanks for the great race, guys. This was a blast for me to watch. The Spike Cave on 4 and 5 hearts was pretty crazy.
The path to get the cape to be able to do that just felt slow. I think there was a faster way of doing it. Because the Burna was in like some like Turtle Rock or something. I think
it was on Saha.
It was on Saha, right? Yeah, which meant you had to get the fire. It's like, no, that's impossible.
I think the thing is both teams missed out on a couple heart containers that could have made it a little bit easier. But again, you're trying to scramble all that information. It's easy to miss that. Like Days.
Yeah, I was hunting for heart containers, and then Freddie said, I got this.
I had 7, and I knew that I was enough ahead that I could pick up blue mail. So I skipped a couple of these. Like, you could get them. Like, nah, I'm fine. Skipped a bottle in the net too for the same reason.
Yeah.
Told him if you wanted to sit in tile room, he could have gone to silvers, but no, he's like, no, I'm not.
Nah.
I refuse.
I needed redemption for my loss last week.
All right, well, GG's, guys. Good luck on your race to both teams tomorrow and the rest of the season. Hope you all have fun. Shout out to our tracker, Tofile, for tracking for us today. Really appreciate that. Moogle, thanks for doing comms with me.
It's always a blast, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And I think that's going to do it. This is the last race for the night, and we'll be back tomorrow and Sunday as we wrap up Spoiler Keys and then move on to probably the best single player mode in the league, Cross Keys, on Monday. So check that out. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I think that's going to do it for us. Have a good night.
GG's.